case 2106, Bocage versus Williams.
Ms. Bocage, you and Mr. Williams have been in an on-again, off-again relationship last 7 years. I mean, that raises some questions. The big question is regarding the paternity of 19-month-old Robin. Is that right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Tell us your story.
So I met Janelle 6-7 years ago back on a dating app, and we became fast friends. We were smoke buddies. He made me all type of promises. He told me I was his dream girl, so I kept him on a bench for a while. I was planning on being a single parent by choice in 2022. And at that time, Janelle offered to be my sperm donor. I wasn't really on board with it because I would prefer to have been a single parent, but he promised he'd be there for our son, help me out with the kid, with the home, with our bills. I wanted him to prove himself to be a great partner and mate, and he made it seem as if he was supposed to be that perfect person for me, and he unfortunately was not that person at all. I felt like he misrepresented himself to some degree.
But you did go ahead, and he is the baby's father.
He is most certainly Robin's father.
Mr. Williams, why do you have any doubts that this is your child?
Well, she has a long history of lying to me. There's an ex, and she dealt with him the whole time we were together. And the guy looks a little bit like me. We could be distant cousins or something like this. Talking to him, going on dates probably, lying to me, telling me she's going to the store. Meanwhile, she's going to see him, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, I'm looking at that little smile on your face, Ms. Bocage. What's up with you and this person?
I'm glad you asked, Ms. Cutler. So that person is long gone. I also wanted to mention that he gets very upset about the exes, but then he gets upset when I try to ask him what it is he spent the $10,000 that he came back with after I gave birth on.
Whose money was that?
It was his money, but he promised that we'd use it to either start a business or buy some land, and neither of those things happened. Anytime I try to bring it up, it gets redirected back to me, and I become the problem. I believe Janelle rented a bunch of cars, bought some luxury clothes, bought some jewelry for the baby, and otherwise. So he mentions the ex, but I don't feel like my ex or his is as big a priority as these missing funds.
The funny thing about that $10,000 is I spent the majority of it on her. I bought myself some clothes, but I bought her a good bit of clothes as well. She never wore them.
Okay, so did he buy you clothes?
He did buy me clothes that I didn't want, weren't gonna wear, were not my style, and most importantly, they didn't fit. I needed help with the bills, I needed help with the baby, I needed help with all these other things. I did not need jewelry or clothing or rental cars.
And that's not what you asked for?
No, it's not. And it's not what we discussed, it's not what we talked about. It wasn't the plan, and I do not like things not going according to plan.
Did you all have a plan as to how you all were going to jointly use this money?
I did talk to her frequently about what we should do with the money, and I never got an answer.
What did you tell her that you thought you should do with the money?
Whatever she wanted to do with it.
When Janelle first came to me in 2022, out in Florida, I presented him with at least 4 or 5 business options. None of those plans came into fruition, and believe me, they're still there.
And you said you wanted land. What did you want land for?
Hemp and shrimp. I am looking forward to growing some hemp and some shrimp. I am from Louisiana, and we love seafood down there, so.
I was about to say, how do you grow shrimp? But it's a water farm.
It's a water farm.
Okay, I'm like...
Aquaculture.
Well,